We are now setting off to a better start. Odysseus has finally sailed out of Calypso's island, and he is now on his journey to home. He is sailing to Ithaca to reunite with his family. On his way there, he encounters Poseidon, punishing him again on his whole vessel because Odysseus had blinded Poseidon's son, Polyphemus. While Poseidon punishes Odysseus, on his way going back home, his whole vessel ends up being destroyed, and he is left there on his own. 2 days pass by and the sea drifts him away until he finally spots land. And when he does spot land, he swims directly to it. In that island, King Alcinous is the king of that island, and Odysseus is swimming to. Here, Alcinous gladly lets him in without even knowing who Odysseus is, or without knowing his whole information and background. Here is where we will leave off and where we will start.
King Alcinous and Odysseus feasting.
The counselors. Come, good fellow counselors, let us feast in honor of Odysseus.
Odysseus and Achilles, two who quarrel for victory, and those who are contradictory.
Let us feast and play games.
Odysseus, will you participate in the games?
No, I'm not in the mood.
Such a great warrior and doesn't want to participate in the games. Even if you did participate, I could beat such a fool.
I can beat any of you physicians at any single game here.
Ares and Aphrodite are two lovers and gods that are almighty, especially the dove that they serve for each other.
After the game's end, Alcinous, the Phaeacian man, even Broadsea gave Odysseus gifts for his journey back to Ithaca. Dinner.
Democtus, can you sing the fall of the Trojan horse and the fall of Troy?
The Trojan horse.
Stop. Who are you and where are you from? Why do you weep of the Trojan War?
And up on an island of Cyclops, and a man and I eat some shit. Without knowing of a Cyclops named Polyphemus about to discover us and attack us, he kills two men of ours.
I have you, and now I will devour you.
We must escape here. Give me a stick of fire. Polyphemus, come here, please.
What do you want, puny mortal?
This.
Oh! What's your name?
My name is Nobody.
Help, father! Nobody is killing me.
My name is Odysseus.
Poseidon! Father! Help me get vengeance from Odysseus.
Sailing from the land of Cyclops to the home of Alos, ruler of the winds.
Here, this is a bag of all the four winds. It should help you get home. Stir it west and you shall get home.
In 10 days they're near Ithaca. Odysseus, man that thinks Odysseus has a bag full of gold and silver. Odysseus, man, open the bags, creates a storm, sending them back to Alos. Alos refuses to help Odysseus.
Lightning, sail, and wind, Odysseus and his men end up in the land of Lastronians, land of powerful giants with King Antiphates. Odysseus' ship is the only one who escapes. Odysseus and his men go to the home of the beautiful witch goddess Circe.
Yeah. Odysseus, I have captured your men.
Hermes, what are you doing here?
I'm glad you asked. I'm actually here to tell you that you should eat a herb called Molly, and if you eat it, you will be protected from Circe and the drugs that she has given your men, and there you will escape freely. Odysseus does as he's told from the god of Hermes. When Odysseus overpowers Circe, he stayed there for a year with his men, living in luxury and having Circe as their lover.
How do my men and I get back to Ithaca?
South to Hades, to speak with the spirit of Tirsia, a blind prophet, to find your way home.
Next morning, Odysseus finds a young crew member named Elpenor. being drunk the previous night and marching and sleeping on the roof, when he hears the other crew members, he falls to his death and breaks his neck.
Of course, that Sirs told us to get home.
Odysseus travels to the river of Ocean in the land of Cimmerians. He there performs a sacrifice for Circe for thanking her of giving her a way to come back home.
Please give my body a proper burial.
Tiresias, tell us how to get home.
Okay. Poseidon is punishing your men for blinding his son Polyphemus. You will return home to reclaim your wife and palace from the horrible suitors and make a trip to a land where Poseidon is to apologize for blinding his son. But do not touch the light for when you get to Thrinacia, because if you do, you won't return home without suffering more and losing all your men. This will be your fate. Follow it thoroughly. Are you Odysseus' mother?
Yes.
Of grief, waiting for Odysseus. This is your fate. Odysseus meets the spirits of famous men and heroes, and also hears their stories of their lives and their deaths.
Will you allow me to sleep? Because I am tired and need of rest for tomorrow's journey.
No, we want to hear the rest of the story. Have you met any Greeks who fell in Troy to Hades?
I meet Agamemnon, who tells him of his murder of his wife, Clytemnestra. Also speaks with Achilles, asking about his son Neoptolemus, speaking with Ajax, a Achaean who killed himself after losing a contest with Odysseus over Achilles. But Ajax refuses to speak with Odysseus. I also see Heracles, King Minos, and Orion, and others. I witness the punishment of Sisyphus, struggling eternally to post a boulder on a hill and having to roll back when he reaches the top. This is all I need. I need my rest now for tomorrow. Good night.
Now we see Odysseus and hear of his encounters. It has all been part of a long and harsh journey. He has withstood so many harsh environments and has been through too much for a man his age and for a man as good as him. As we have seen and heard his stories, we can now imagine what he had gone through. Because what he had gone through was things that are unimaginable and too harsh for a normal man to live and withstand. It is only reasonable to say that he really, really wants to go home, to rest and relax, to feel loved and to feel happy. But the most of all, he wants to see his family again and to have a family again. He would love to be reunited with his beloved wife, Penelope, and with his only son, Telemachus. Because all he really wants is to be reunited with them and to feel what it was like to have a family like he once did before the Trojan War and before any of these harsh and horrible things had happened to him. Now we shall see what other obstacles he must overcome for his journey home and for his journey back to his beloved family.